All right. Hello, class. We are Group 7. My name is Gustavo.
My name is Diara.
My name is Wallace.
And we're going to be presenting to you the decade of 1990 to the 2000s. We have named this decade the accessibility era, and that is because, many discoveries, many inventions, many new things that were done in this decade. For example, we're going to be talking about technology, music, and science. And we're going to start off with the internet, the World Wide Web. What do we know about the internet?
The internet is used everywhere. It's like a tool everyone use to do research in institutions, in basically in institution offices and business centers. And the internet have taken another dimension compared to the 90s, the late 90s, the early 90s. And everything is done through the internet. Business is done through the internet. Communication is done through the internet. And what makes the internet very interesting is that through the internet now we can use GPS. For example, if you have GPS on your phone and there is no internet service, you cannot use it. So the internet is ruling the whole world right now. It's like a foundation for the whole world. Everyone turns to the internet.
Everyone. Did you know that Tim Berners, he wasn't the inventor. This project took many years of development, upgrades, and changes. And it was intended to share information between scientists and universities, institutions, and around the world. And like now we have eBay, Amazon, which launched in 1995. And e-commerce was born basically. And this you can find at the techrepublic.com. And we just go from there. Like we invented DVDs, USB.
Well, when it comes to the internet, the number one thing to remember is that this is called the accessibility era. So that's why the internet is so important, because the whole point about the accessibility era is being able to access that information, just like you said, when it comes to scientists sharing information. The internet is all about sharing information, all about obtaining information and then redistributing it in your own words. So that's the whole point about it. And especially when it comes to the GPS system, which runs on the internet nowadays, along with Amazon, Netflix, anything that people use nowadays. Internet.
Talking about this, Netflix, the DVR.
Yeah.
The DVR, MP3 players. I think this were all part with not just technology. They were part of came with the internet. GPS systems.
The thing about that is that the MP3 player and the disc were before the internet, really, because they didn't really need internet to be able to use those yet. So they were advancements from like cassette tapes and records instead, from the older days, from the 70s and 80s. So people upgraded to the MP3 player and the DVD and the DVR and all that, and then further went ahead when they came up with the internet as well. So then they wouldn't have to use any of those at all.
Yeah,
in addition to what you said concerning the internet and the MP3 player and other stuff, the internet is like an upgrade. For every generation, there always been an upgrade. There always be like a new invention is going on. Like when we were younger, MP3 player was like something like very big. Like you can just sit home and use it. But now you can go everywhere with smartphone in your pocket, with even MP3 player in your pocket, and no one's know what you're carrying around.
Okay.
So
and since we have to close this topic, technology-wise, how can we compare it to previous eras? How do you think they shared and had access to, knowledge and communicate before the internet?
Before then, there was actually, like radio signals. There wasn't really any internet.
So it was a radio.
It was the cellular, like the cellular poles that you see every now. like your regular Obama phone.
Yeah.
Like people use those to be able to get in contact with each other.
No internet needed.
Exactly.
How about afterwards? So we're doing the 90s to 2000. How about after 2000?
After 2000, the internet pretty much consumed everything that you.
Everywhere. Like I'm sure the class, everybody in the class is connected.
In
I
some
mean,
sort of way, if you're not
Facebook,
connected,
everywhere.
you're not bored.
I mean, everybody's got Facebook, right? Don't lie. How many of you guys have Facebook over
Social
there?
website. The internet is the ruling social website.
Yeah.
It's
Every social website nowadays based on the internet, because if you don't have the internet, you cannot socialize.
All right, guys.
you cannot-
We have to move into science. You two guys were like the big science guys. What do you guys have for science? What do you think, Wallace?
For science in the 90s compared to now, there are a lot of discovery that was done. And one of the major factors in the 90s that when it comes to the human system was Viagra. Like we all know, we see on the TV,
Yeah.
we see the advertisement for Viagra. But Viagra it was like a support to the human system. It was like,
Did you see the article by on the BBC?
yeah, I saw the article and the official like publication was done by BBC. It's not like, even though it was vended by a scientist, but it was officially published and like announced on the TV.
Did you
Was
know
from
it's Did you know it said in main focus, its invention was not for what it is being used now.
Yes. It was not really invented for what is being used right now. It's used in different ways. People use it in many different ways.
Yeah.
But the purpose of inventing
The number one reason people use Viagra, we all know,
Okay.
is that reason.
Yeah. So
Yeah. Oh, wow. And I understand you talked to a doctor about one of the inventions we're going to discuss now, which is the hepatitis A vaccine.
Yeah, the discovery of the hepatitis A vaccine, which was discovered in 1992. Hepatitis A was, pretty much whenever you didn't have, protection and things like that. So discovering the vaccine for hepatitis A really preserved a whole lot of lives. And man, 15 to 20 years is all you got from one vaccine, but it actually is a long time to have one shot, and then after 10 months, you have to get another one to be able to continue those 15 to 20
Wow.
years.
Wallace, your thoughts?
like what he said is like an interview from the family relative, and that's a very supportive source because somebody who knows much about hepatitis B is going to explain to you in detail. I wish we could have some like a person here who will like give us a brief overview into the class what that is all about. But it's very interesting because it's not something that can be killed.
Yeah.
It's something that can be like, we can say it can be suppressed for a certain amount of time. And something I can compare it with is like HIV.
Yeah.
HIV cannot be cured right now. You just have to take your medication constantly, and as long as you take your medication, you're going to last longer.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
that's the only comparison
And,
I can make with that.
And it really came at a good time because of the drug problem in the 1980s and the 70s before it.
Everybody was sharing needles and stuff.
Sharing needles,
Wow, look at that.
that moved the hepatitis around a lot, and it also broke down your immune system before you even got hepatitis. So
So
having the vaccine actually,
HIV and AIDS are in a way like connected.
Yes.
And even though the scientists discovered it wasn't HIV or AIDS weren't discovered, scientists actually found on a blood sample from the 1950s, they found the virus. Like after testing it after so many years, your
Yeah.
virus was in it. And I mean that is amazing. That is shocking. And wow, I don't know what to say about that. So guys, to finish our era, let's discuss some music. Something that was trending. What do you guys know about music?
alright, first off, we all know Nas, Biggie. Shout out to my man Biggie, rest in peace. Wu-Tang Clan. Shout out to Method Man, he's still my man.
And this is hip hop rap.
Yeah. Everybody in hip hop was pretty much full.
Everything was great. Everyone was good. My personal favorite, Snoop Dogg.
Snoop Dogg came after NWA.
Yeah.
So he was really
I liked NWA, but I felt like
Nah, time out. Don't do that. So
no.
let's not get into that topic.
All right.
Let's just stay on Snoop Dogg.
Yeah. You guys know the song, the Police one. Yeah. All right. So let's talk.
Say the letter.
Yeah, we can't say that. No. Well, we'll be on a list, and we'll be on. We're gonna be watched by some sort of government group. So let's not go there. All right, guys. Let's talk about some pop music.
I don't even like pop people like that. I didn't like Madonna. I didn't like
I mean,
what's that girl name? Tina Turner.
how about Mariah Carey?
I don't even like Mariah Carey.
How about you know what? You know what? Respect,
the only
respect
reason,
to Prince.
The only reason I like Mariah Carey was when she went out with Nick Cannon, and then
Oh,
Nick
come on.
Cannon became Bull for like 5 minutes.
You can say that alone.
But I mean,
People are still
she didn't
fun.
become who she is because of
I don't even like Purple Rain like that.
No, but you know, people are
All right. How about what do you guys have to say about Prince?
Prince.
I ain't even like Purple Rain.
Prince, he's like
I mean, he's a
one
legend.
of the, he's the
I
legend.
like these
He's
in the
a
title.
And he's
A
one of the
legend.
famous American. People are still falling her because she
And-
still sing
yeah.
good music. She still got good fans out there. People
She
still.
also old.
I mean, she old, but her
You know how much?
music.
You know how much
It just
rhinoplasty?
adolescence.
You know how much rhinoplasty she used in
So,
one
yeah.
cheek?
All right, guys, we have to wrap it up. We have a couple seconds left. The only thing, I mean, sad, I would say, Frank Sinatra died on May 15, 1998. He was, I mean, especially with the holidays coming up, his music was amazing. Like, you know what I mean?
He was involved with the mafia though, so.
Yeah, but I mean, I like JFK and, you know, the whole Rat Pack. Everybody knows the Rat Pack. Kennedy, Frank Sinatra. What was the other guy's name? I forget. I shouldn't have forgotten his name, but
You love the Rat Pack? Can't remember the Rat Pack?
basically they would go out to clubs with this guy, and he happened to be black. So they wouldn't let him in, but since he was with Frank Sinatra and other people, I mean, they had to let him in. I mean, Frank Sinatra was huge.
So is that supposed to be like a pass on segregation or something? Like that would be.
Well, I think
Would be
this was before. Like, this was when JFK was still alive.
Oh yeah, that's even worse.
So, I mean, all right, guys, we have to wrap it up, unfortunately. While
We want to come down lastly on politics, and one of the major events we realized in politics was right in the U.S. There was certain kind of restriction, like if you got some illness, you got work.
mental
and
mental
mental
illness.
they were asking and all of that, and it was passed in law in July, but it's not specific which date of July, but it was in July when Congress passed the law that illness or ill people or citizens with mental illness in the U.S. can still work, and you don't,
So
you don't need to be excluded because you got mental illness. No, that was like it took effect in July
July 1991.
1991.
Wait.
So, like, a job couldn't ask you if you had any sort of mental illness in order for you to get a job.
You can't talk to me like I got mental illness. I can hear you. I'm right here.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Physically. All right, guys. Thank you very much for your time. Hope you guys enjoyed the video and extra credit.
Thank you.
I'm joking.